Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and today we have another episode of Supreme Ruler. We're still playing the whole, I guess you can call it, build up to self-sufficiency. I've thought of a couple things. First off, I want to have more than three, well, actually six research facilities. We're building three right now here in Beijing, right here. I've made the decision that I actually want more than just three, or six. I want definitely at least another three more than that. That brings us up to 9. And to be honest with you, 12 sounds more realistic. So I'm actually going to build 6 more research facilities. I know we're doing good here in the money, so the more efficient technologies we can create by the end, long term, will be a lot better. One thing we're also going to do too, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm going to kind of streamline our military a little bit. I'm going to place one military base here, one 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 here, and then one here. And the plan is to slowly push all our I'm using this with my hand. Push our forces out to these locations. Maybe it's an idea. That way we have military locations to defend and attack. One thing I also want to do too is tell our head of the military here. Okay, decrease. Perfect. Okay, I also want him to decrease spending. Got them turned off to all that stuff. So right now, as you can see, most of our forces are kind of spread out a little bit. What we're going to do, as I said, we're going to kind of rearrange everything a little bit. We're going to work to our self-sufficiency a little bit. Sorry. The idea I mentioned about rearranging the military facilities and the way they're going to go, that'll be long-term. That'll be an idea that we can do later on down the road when we're pushing out towards things. So we've helped Vietnam get its independence. It's still currently fighting with France. Most likely it'll sever things up a little bit. North Korea and South Korea are now one. It's just Korea, which is good for us. Not so good, obviously, for the South Koreans. We have these territories over here, which we can annex at any time, but we're not. We want to keep the world pain and madness a little out. We're just going to keep building up our military force, and we're also going to, as I said, build another 6 research facilities, which we just did, to basically make our force that much bigger, that much more powerful. With that in mind, the next big thing we're going to do, we have a lot of money. We're going to spend it on electricity. Now, lots of hydro. Lots and lots of hydro. We want to max out our hydro. So we're going to look. The way I've been deciding to do this, to kind of keep things on a positive note, is to keep our industry goods going. So I usually put myself now on play. Give it a few. Actually, let's go to fast. I'm going to let one full day tick over, and then I'm going to slowly build some hydro facilities. Maybe 5, maybe 6, but the large ones. And the plan is max out our hydro. Hydro, once built, it doesn't use anything, right? So demand is going to go to 24,000. Our capacity is 27. So are we building anything right now? Are we building anything is the question. No other. No hydro. No coal. No petrol. So we're not building anything. Why is our industrial thing so... You're maxed out. You're doing okay. We're not building any timber. No all gas fields. We already built we haven't built the derricks yet. Coal mines, we can't really do much right now with those. Or we are short on... Can we not build ore mines? Oh. We'll do this. Build 2 there and wait to see what this pops up to. 22, it's jumping up to 28, so we're going to stop there. Research breakthrough, okay. Get rid of all the construction. Another thing too, from now on, any offer we're given, if it's over $1 million, we're going to automatically turn it down. That's 92 grand, we'll keep it. We'll keep that too. So anything above $1 million gets automatically, we're going to toss it. Our plan is to basically become completely self-sufficient. Okay. And we're going to keep building troops. Right now our military force, when you click on it, it's only 3. Russia, for example, is maxed out at their military power. Hell, right now even Vietnam technically has a larger military force than we do. Thailand, Burma, India, they don't even have one. Mongolia doesn't even have one really. But yeah, in comparison to our neighbors, North Korea and Vietnam have military forces that are, I don't know, almost twice the strength of us. Japan doesn't have a military at this point. It's mostly due to the obvious information. That is the Russians. They're obviously maxed out. The British, not so much, because after the war they kind of demobilized quite a bit. Same with Canada, but the US and obviously Russia are the powerhouses. Our plan is obviously to become greater than them. Another thing I was going to do. Okay, I'm not doing that anymore. Or I wasn't doing that. I found out that Kuala Lumpur, aka Malaya, it actually gets independence in like the late 50s, early 60s, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not going to spend our money on getting them independence. When in the 60s, a lot of these territories gained independence in Africa and here in Asia and in the that area of the world there that I'm looking at right now, South America. So we're not too worried about that. Well, we're going to support that. One thing we're going to do, because the Americans keep breaking into our territory over here, all of our fighters, and interceptors are going to come down south here. Oh, those are bombers. I don't want bombers. A whole bunch of fighters. And interceptors are going to come to this air base down here. Well, these ones that are being built right now, all these interceptors and fighters, are also going to come down here. So I have had enough of the Americans sticking their nose in our territory. I just want to see how many Catalinas do we have. We got 3 built there. And another 4. That's it for the Catalinas, to be honest with you. We're going to cancel out 1 Buffalo and do another P-35. And another B-17. Pause it for a quick second. All of you are going to go there. I'll highlight all of you again. And go... all there. All air patrol, and then the air patrol is going to go from here to here. Boom. So now As I was about to say before they shot at that American aircraft. Theoretically. They'll start shooting at those American aircraft. Air Patrol. Boom. There we go. So now every time those American fighters, here comes another one, breaks into our territory, they're going to get shot at. It's going to make the Americans a little pissed off at us, but I really don't care. I think we just shot down one of their... We did. We just shot down one of their jets. Support. Yeah. 35 grand. I like that. I gotta turn that off. One of the other things I'm gonna do too, to kind of save our military forces money-wise, we're gonna send a lot of troops into our reserve. Just gonna send you to reserve there and see what happens. Let's do the same thing with you guys. So send you guys down. You can go there. All of you can reserve yourselves there. The aircraft will just do 180. We're done building the Catalinas. Catalinas are just... These units moving? Yes, they are. Okay. All these ones. I'm going to go to our capital, which has both a barracks and... You know what? We're going to build an air base here too. Don't think there's an airbase there, but we'll look. Reserve. Basically, we're just trying to cut back on some of our expenditures here. Reserve. I think I have a military base around here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Get them in reserve. You know, set up in reserve as well. Reserve. This way we just kind of clean up our troops a little bit, cut back on some of our usage for money. Yeah. Save a dollar here, save a nickel there. Reserve. Our force really isn't the biggest. So these guys all to go to reserves. Here, I'm assuming there's an air, but there's something. I was gonna say they gotta go somewhere else. I think everyone's moving. Nine ships in reserve, 23 aircraft are all flying, but they should all be fighters. Perfect. So we already shot down one American aircraft. What I'm going to probably do is get two, maybe get, so where there's a way where you can actually path. No. There is a way somewhere where you can tell your military. Here we go. Select battle group, cancel orders. I know there's a way you can tell them to kind of go in through, basically tell the, you can basically tell your military to kind of, break other people's, territorial whatever. Get those two Catalinas up, and we'll put one this way and one this way. Lots of research going on. I would like to get improved power grid up as fast as possible, to be honest with you. So I'm going to pause everything else. So that'll give us basically 50% more power. Output of all power up to 50%. Which will double our power from 350 to, what, 700? And our plan is right now to kind of hold off things, do a bunch of research, and then build up a lot. Oh. Air Patrol. Where are those two? Those in there? Yeah, that is. A whole bunch more troops built up. Reserve. Later on, what I'll do is I'll slowly spread these guys out a little bit. Labor shortage, unit construction, whatever. Tanks and wolfhounds. Tell them to reserve themselves here. This is going to be our major reserve section is, where we're going to constantly keep sending troops back this way to have the reserve. What will basically happen is that'll get our troops away from our borders as well. My god, those Catalinas are so fucking slow when it's on regular time. 44 grain, I'll take that. And don't want to receive those anymore. So from now on, whenever I accept something, it'll just say I accepted it. First Catalina. Your job's going to go there. And Air Patrol will be there. Other one, you're going to go there. And Air Patrol will be till here. So these Catalinas will kind of keep their eye on things. If I finally see an aircraft that takes off or lands, what will happen is it will stay on the map there now. And personally, if I was going to say, if I was the British, I'd be pissed right now. Wouldn't go to war, but I'd be kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Vietnamese, yeah, it is. Now remember, we don't even have a military that even has a power to invade Taipei right now, so aka Taiwan. So really not much we can do other than build up our military slowly and basically buy research. Let's buy some more stuff here, shall we? Oh, we can't buy anything from the Russians. Well, okay then. Can we buy anything from the Americans? Some aircraft. That's about it. Some tanks. There's the Pershing. We're good. No. Do we have technology you don't have? We do. We'll give you MLRS technology. So one thing I'm planning on doing this game is spending and selling a lot of technology as well. Oh, wait. Commercial refrigeration. Everything we're going to sell to these guys around here is going to be commercial. Anything we sell, it's going to be pure, like, society-esque science. It's not going to be science that can come up and bite us in the ass long term. like selling these countries commercial refrigeration is not going to do anything to us long term. But it is a good way for us to kind of, make some money. Speaking of money, how much money do they have? They have 240 million, okay. So Iran has independence. Give you commercial refrigeration as well. That way we can just go around, make a little bit of money. Is that, no it's not. Highlight all you, tell you all to go into reserve. Tell you all to go into reserve as well. Let's look at our building here. Are we building more than one bridge? Are we building any? Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're building one. Okay. Reserve. Boom. Who offered? Argentina offered those. Fine, screw you. And later on down the road, we're actually going to probably receive this from the Russians later on. They're just going to give it to us. So, I'm not too worried. What I am worried about, though, is Vietnam being a little too big for its britches. Historically, there was a Chinese-Vietnamese war. And, I mean, they lost a little bit of their country up here, but that was it. Chinese got really bogged down in all the jungle and everything, so. Oh, look at that. I believe that was a Philippines warship. So the question is, do we go towards, basically do we make aggressive moves towards Taiwan first? Or do we annex our puppets over here? One thing I might want to do, is actually puppet Mongolia. So that later on we can annex it. That way we can build up military facilities along these borders here. Because come 1960-ish, everyone's going to be in, is going to have all these different. Okay, how many fucking are these? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of those freaking pontoon things do I have? I have a lot of fucking supply trucks. Which I think I'm going to stop building as well. Pontoon bridging. Not enough yet. Okay. Reserve. Boom. So yeah, so the plan is to actually remove a lot of these middle-ish military facilities. If I can't build military barracks. If I zoom in, we have barracks here, 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 here. We have another one here for no apparent reason. My plan is to go through and deactivate a lot of these. Mainly because they have no purpose at this point. We're massing our troops here and along the outside here. These ones are good, but having these two back to back so close together, I mean that one makes sense because it's also a production facility actually. Doing this, I shouldn't have done this earlier. I should have done something completely different, but oh well. Highlight all you. You're all gonna go to the reserves. After a while, this will get really boring. There's more fucking bridges. Bridging units. You're gonna reserve. Oh, I totally clicked the wrong spot, but you're gonna go back anyways. No, you're gonna go there. How much longer till these are done? 588 days. Well, pause. That is that episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future episodes. Blah, 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 blah. In the next episodes, we're going to start possibly playing around with a few things. Trying to maybe buy some, if we can, influence around here. Maybe try to sell some stuff, buy some stuff. We'll have some MLRS equipment to try and sell off. Maybe try to play the political game a little bit. I've never really done the political game. I know long term, I mean, we got so much money here, it's kind of funny right now. But we are going to take things slowly. We might just go after Mongolia, actually, in the next couple episodes, just so we can kind of annex, or not annex, puppet. So we have a buffer, a bigger buffer with Russia, just in case. But anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.